carrying weight that was never meant for you. Fighting wars in your sleep, wondering what to do. Every morning you wake up already feeling tired. The enemy keeps whispering that you're the one who hired yourself to be the soldier, the general, and the king. But child, you don't have to fight for anything. There's a warrior in heaven who has never lost a war. God is fighting your battles, just rest and watch him soar. God is fighting your battles. You don't have to lift a hand, just stand still and see the salvation of the Lord across the land. The battle is not yours, it's his. He's already won the fight. God is fighting your battles. Just rest in him tonight. Put down your sword, take off your armor, lay down your weary head. God is fighting your battles. He's got you instead. Remember when the Israelites were trapped against the sea? The enemy behind them, no place left to flee. Moses told them, stand still and watch the Lord fight for you today. And that's the same word that the Spirit is saying to you today. You don't have to strategize or plan your great escape. You don't have to be the hero or design your own landscape. The same God who parted waters is standing in your space. God is fighting your battles, just rest in his embrace. So stop rehearsing conversations that haven't happened yet. Stop trying to pay off debts that haven't even been paid. The God who fights for you is not surprised by anything. He's already mapped out every victory that your life will bring. So close your eyes, take a breath, let your shoulders drop. God is fighting your battles, and he's not going to stop. God is fighting your battles, watch and see. God is fighting your battles, just let your heart be free. God is fighting your battles, you don't have to strive. God is fighting your battles, you're gonna make it alive. You've been carrying weight that was never meant for you. Fighting wars in your sleep, wondering what to do. Every morning you wake up already feeling tired. The enemy keeps whispering that you're the one who hired yourself to be the soldier, the general, and the king. But child, you don't have to fight for anything. There's a warrior in heaven who has never lost a war. God is fighting your battles, just rest and watch him soar. God is fighting your battles. You don't have to lift a hand, just stand still and see the salvation of the Lord across the land. The battle is not yours, it's his. He's already won the fight. God is fighting your battles, just rest in him tonight. Put down your sword, take off your armor, lay down your weary head. God is fighting your battles, he's got you instead. Remember when the Israelites were trapped against the sea? The enemy behind them, no place left to flee. Moses told them, stand still and watch the Lord fight for you today. And that's the same word that the Spirit is saying to you today. You don't have to strategize or plan your great escape. You don't have to be the hero or design your own landscape. The same God who parted waters is standing in your space. God is fighting your battles, just rest in His embrace. So stop rehearsing conversations that haven't happened yet. Stop trying to pay off debt that haven't even been bet. The God who fights for you is not surprised by anything. He's already mapped out every victory that your life will bring. So close your eyes, take a breath, let your shoulders drop. God is fighting your battles, and He's not going to stop. God is fighting your battles. Watch and see. God is fighting your battles. Just let your heart be free. God is fighting your battles. You don't have to strive. God is fighting your battles. You're gonna make it alive.
I've been running in circles, trying to fix what's broken. Every answer I come up with has already been spoken. Back to the same walls, the same fears, the same locked doors. I forgot that I serve a God who has already won the wars. He said, be still and know that I am God, not be strong and fight. He said, stand still and watch me move, not stay up all night. So I'm stopping all my striving, I'm letting go the wheel. Stand still and watch, my God is real. Stand still and watch the Lord fight for you today. He's rolling back the waters, He's making a way. You don't have to scream or shout or beg or believe. Stand still and watch. He's planting every seed. The battle belongs to the Lord, not to your anxious hands. Stand still and watch. He's moving through the lands. I remember the Red Sea story like it was yesterday. The people screaming, Moses, did you bring us here to stay and die in this desert with the enemy at our back? But Moses said, don't you worry, the Lord is on the attack. He lifted up his staff, the water split in two, and the people walked on dry ground while the enemy fell through. The same God who did it then is doing it again right now. Stand still and watch. I'm making my vow, so I'm not gonna panic when the walls are closing in. I'm not gonna lose my peace when the enemy wants to win. I'm just gonna stand right here with my hands lifted high. Stand still and watch. I don't need to ask why. The battle is already over. The victory is assured. Stand still and watch. I'm fix what's broken. Every answer I come up with has already been spoken. Back to the same walls, the same fears, the same locked doors. I forgot that I serve a God who has already won the wars. He said, be still and know that I am God, not be strong and fight. He said, stand still and watch me move, not stay up all night. So I'm stopping all my striving, I'm letting go the wheel. Stand still and watch, my God is real. Stand still and watch the Lord fight for you today. He's rolling back the waters, he's making a way. You don't have to scream or shout, or beg or plead. Stand still and watch, stand still and watch. He's planting every seed. The battle belongs to the Lord, not to your anxious hands. Stand still and watch, he's moving through the lands. I remember the Red Sea story like it was yesterday. The people screaming, Moses, did you bring us here to stay and die in this desert with the enemy at our back? But Moses said, don't you worry, the Lord is on the attack. He lifted up his staff, the water split in two, and the people walked on dry ground while the enemy fell through. The same God who did it then is doing it again right now. Stand still and watch, I'm making my vow. So I'm not gonna panic when the walls are closing in. I'm not gonna lose my peace when the enemy wants to win. I'm just gonna stand right here with my hands lifted high. Stand still and watch, I don't need to ask why. The battle is already over, the victory is assured. Stand still and watch, resting in his word. Stand still and watch, he's moving now. Stand still and watch, stand still and watch, I'm making my fall. Stand still and watch, stand still and watch, don't be afraid. Stand still and watch, the foundation is laid. I've been trying to fight my own battles with my own two hands. I've been drawing up my strategies and making all my plans. But every time I step into the ring, I end up on the floor. I forgot that there's a warrior who has already won the war. He doesn't need my help to fight. He's not asking for my strength. He just wants me to stand beside him and go the length of trusting that he's got it, that he's never lost a fight. The Lord is my warrior, I'm resting in his might. The Lord is my warrior, he fights for me today. He goes before me into battle and clears the entire way.
bravest and the best. But then I read about Jehoshaphat and the army in his face, and God said, don't you worry, I'll handle this case. He sent singers to the front lines, not soldiers with their swords, and the enemy destroyed themselves just by hearing their chords. The battle isn't physical, it's spiritual, it's deep. The Lord is my warrior, my soul can finally sleep. So I'm putting on my worship instead of armor plate. I'm letting God be God and letting go of my own fate. He's a warrior like no other, he's never lost a fight. The Lord is my warrior, I'm sleeping well tonight. So watch me lift my hands instead of lifting up my fists. The Lord is my warrior, and that's the truth I can't miss. The Lord is my warrior. Watch him move, watch him move. Lord is my warrior, he's about to prove. He's making everything right. I've been trying to fight my own battles with my own two hands. I've been drawing up my strategies and making all my plans. But every time I step into the ring, I end up on the floor. I forgot that there's a warrior who has already won the war. He doesn't need my help to fight, he's not asking for my strength. He just wants me to stand beside him and go the length of trusting that he's got it, that he's never lost a fight. The Lord is my warrior, I'm resting in his might. The Lord is my warrior, he fights for me today. He goes before me into battle and clears the entire way. I don't have to swing my sword or wear a heavy shield. The Lord is my warrior, he's already won the field. Not by my power, not by my might, but by his spirit alone. I'm never on my own. I used to think that faith meant fighting harder than the rest, that God was looking for the strongest, the bravest, and the best. But then I read about Jehoshaphat and the army in his face, and God said, don't you worry, I'll handle this case. He sent singers to the front lines, not soldiers with their swords, and the enemy destroyed themselves just by hearing their chords. The battle isn't physical, it's spiritual, it's deep. The Lord is my warrior, my soul can finally sleep. So I'm putting on my worship instead of armor plate. I'm letting God be God and letting go of my own fate. He's a warrior like no other, he's never lost a fight. The Lord is my warrior, I'm sleeping well tonight. So watch me lift my hands instead of lifting up my fists. The Lord is my warrior, and that's the truth I can't miss. The
making everything right. I see you there in the corner, with your fists up in the air. Your knuckles are bleeding, your body's in despair. You've been swinging at shadows that nobody else can see, fighting wars that were never meant for your weary knees. Can I tell you something gentle, something soft and true? The God of angel armies is standing next to you. He's not asking for your help, he's asking for your trust. You don't have to fight, just let his love adjust. You don't have to fight, the battle's not yours anyway. You don't have to struggle through another sleepless day. The Lord is on your side, he's already gone ahead. You don't have to fight, just rest your weary head. Put down your weapons, open your hands, and let the peace rush in. You don't have to fight, he's about to win. I remember when I used to fight like every day was war. I'd wake up with my jaw clenched and my fists already sore. I thought that if I stopped fighting, everything would fall apart. But God said, child, your fighting is breaking your own heart. He said, I didn't make you to be a soldier in my place, I made you to be my child. Just rest in my embrace. So I lay down my armor, I stop my anxious plans. You don't have to fight, I finally understand. So let the God of peace fight for you tonight. Let his presence be your armor, let his love be your light. You don't have to earn your victory, it's already been won. You don't have to fight, the battle's already done. So close your eyes, take a breath, let your spirit come. You don't have to fight, you're resting in his palm. You don't have to fight, let it go. You don't have to fight, he loves you so. You don't have to fight, just be still. You don't have to fight, he always will. I see you there in the corner, with your fists up in the air. Your knuckles are bleeding, your body's in despair. You've been swinging at shadows that nobody else can see, fighting wars that were never meant for your weary knees. Can I tell you something gentle, something soft and true? The God of angel armies is standing next to you. He's not asking for your help, he's asking for your trust. You don't have to fight, just let his love
adjust. You don't have to fight.
The battle's not yours anyway.
You don't have to struggle
through another sleepless day. The Lord is on your side. He's already gone ahead.
You don't have to fight.
Just rest your weary head. Put down your weapons, open your hands, and let the peace rush in. You don't have to fight. He's about to win. I remember when I used to fight like every day was war. I'd wake up with my jaw clenched and my fists already sore. I thought that if I stopped fighting, everything would fall apart. But God said, child, your fighting is breaking your own heart. He said, I didn't make you to be a soldier in my place. I made you to be my child, just rest in my embrace. So I lay down my armor, I stopped my anxious plans. You don't have to fight, I finally understand. So let the God of peace fight for you tonight. Let His presence be your armor, let His love be your light. You don't have to earn your victory, it's already been won. You don't
have to fight.
The battle's already done. So close your eyes, take a breath, let your spirit come.
You don't have to fight.
You're resting in His palm.
You don't have to fight.
Let it go.
You don't have to fight.
He loves your soul.
You don't have to fight.
Just be still.
You don't have to fight.
He always will.
When you wake up in the middle of the night with your heart racing fast, when the thoughts come like an army and you don't think you'll last, remember that the one who never sleeps is watching over you. He's fighting battles that you can't see. He's making all things new. You don't have to understand the how or when or why. You just have to trust that when you close your eyes, He's still nearby. He's not distant, He's not distracted, He's not tired of your cries. He fights for you, just look into His eyes. He fights for you every single day and night. He fights for you. He's turning darkness into light. You don't have to be a warrior, you just have to be His child. He fights for you, and He does it with a smile. Not because you earned it, not because you prayed enough. He fights for you. His love is strong and tough. I used to think that God was watching from a distance far away, just observing all my battles, let me figure out the way. But then I opened up my Bible and I read a different story of a God who fights for his children, who covers them with glory. He's not a passive bystander, not a silent referee. He's a warrior on the front lines, fighting for you and for me. So I'm resting in the knowing that I don't have to be strong. He fights for me, and I'm singing a new song. So let him fight for you today. Let him take the lead. Let him be your warrior. Let him plant every seed. You don't have to see the battle to know that you will win. He fights for you. Let his peace settle in. So close your eyes and breathe. He's already gone before. He fights for you, and he's opening every door. He fights for you, watch and see. He fights for you, just let your heart be free. He fights for you, I'm not afraid. He fights for the foundation is laid.
When you wake up in the middle of the night with your heart racing fast, when the thoughts come like an army and you don't think you'll last, remember that the one who never sleeps is watching over you. He's fighting battles that you can't see. He's making all things new. You don't have to understand the how, when, or why. You just have to trust that when you close your eyes, he's still nearby. He's not distant, he's not distracted, he's not tired of your cries. He fights for you. Just look into his eyes. He fights for you every single day and night. He fights for you. He's turning darkness into light. You don't have to be a warrior, you just have to be his child. He fights for you, and he does it with a smile. Not because you earned it, not because you prayed enough. He fights for you. His love is strong and tough. I used to think that God was watching from a distance far away, just observing all my battles, letting me figure out the way. But then I opened up my Bible and I read a different story of a God who fights for his children, who covers them with glory. He's not a passive bystander, not a silent referee. He's a warrior on the front lines, fighting for you and for me. see. You don't have to see the battle to know that you will win. He fights for you. Let his peace settle in. So close your eyes and breathe. He's already gone before. He fights for you, and he's opening every door. He fights for you. Watch and see. He fights for you. Just let your heart be free. He fights for you. I'm not afraid. He fights for you. The foundation is laid.
I've been looking at my circumstances, staring at the size of the mountain that's before me, the fear that's in my eyes. I've been calculating all the ways I might survive the fight, but I forgot that the battle belongs to the Lord of light. He doesn't need my calculations, doesn't need my strategic mind. He just needs my trust, my stillness, and my heart that's inclined toward his peace, his presence, his unfailing, endless grace. The battle is the Lord's. I can slow my pace. The battle is the Lord's. I don't have to be afraid. The battle is the Lord's. The foundation has been laid. He goes before me into every war I'll ever face. The battle is the Lord's. I can rest in his embrace. Not by my strength, not by my sword, but by his mighty hand. The battle is the Lord's. I'm taking my stand. Remember young David standing in front of Goliath's scorn. No armor, no sword, just a sling and some stones that morn. He said, you come to me with weapons, but I come in the name of the Lord Almighty, and you're about to feel his flame. One stone, one sling, one moment, and the giant hit the ground. The battle wasn't David's, the Lord was all around. The same God who did it then is doing it again for you. The battle is the Lord's. He will see you through. So I'm not gonna fear the giants that are standing in my way. I'm not gonna lose my peace or let my faith decay. The battle is the Lord. He's never lost a fight. The battle is the Lord. I'm sleeping well tonight, so watch me close my eyes and trust while the battle rages on. The battle is the Lord's, and the victory is already won. The battle is the Lord's. Watch him move. Watch him move. The battle is the Lord's. He's about to prove. The battle I've been looking at my circumstances, staring at the size of the mountain that's before me, the fear that's in my eyes. I've been calculating all the ways I might survive the fight, but I forgot that the battle belongs to the Lord of light. He doesn't need my calculations, doesn't need my strategic mind. He just needs my trust, my stillness, and my heart that's inclined toward His peace, His presence, His unfailing, endless grace. The battle is the Lord's, I can slow my pace. The battle is the Lord's, I don't have to be afraid. The battle is the Lord's, the foundation has been laid. He goes before me into every war I'll ever face. The battle is the Lord's, I can rest in His embrace. Not by my strength, not by my sword, but by His mighty hand. The battle is the Lord's. I'm taking my stand. Remember young David standing in front of Goliath's scorn. No armor, no sword, just a sling and some stones that morn. He said, "You come to me with weapons, but I come in the name of the Lord Almighty. And you're bound to feel His flame. One stone, one sling, one moment, and the giant hit the ground. The battle wasn't David's, the Lord was all around. The same God who did it then is doing it again for you. The battle is the Lord's, He will see you through. So I'm not gonna fear the giants that are standing in my way. I'm not gonna lose my peace, or let my faith decay. The battle is the Lord's, He's never lost a fight. The battle is the Lord. I'm sleeping well tonight, so watch me close my eyes and trust while the battle rages on. The battle is the Lord's, and the victory's already won. The battle is the Lord's, watch Him move. The battle is the Lord's, He's about to prove. The battle is the Lord's, I don't have to strive. The battle is the Lord's, I'm staying alive. Be still, my heart. The battle is not yours to win. Be still, my anxious thoughts. Let the peace settle in. You've been running for so long. You've been fighting way too hard. The God of angel armies is your shield and your guard. So take a breath, release the tension, let your shoulders fall. The one who fights for you is greater than it all. He's not surprised by your situation, not overwhelmed by the size. Be still, my heart, look into His eyes. Be still, my heart. He's fighting for you right now. Be still, my fear. He's about to show you how. The battle belongs to the Lord, not to your trembling hand. Be still, my heart. He's making his command. He says peace, be still, to every storm inside your chest. Be still, my heart. You're about to get your rest. Be still, my mind. Stop rehearsing every worst case scene. Be still, my soul. Let the healing intervene. The same God who calmed the raging sea with just a single word is the same God who has already seen every battle you've endured. He's not panicking, not worried, not pacing back and forth. He's already mapped out your victory from north to south to north. So I'm silencing the chaos, I'm tuning into his voice. Be still, my heart. I'm making my choice. So I'll be still and know that he is God. That's all I need to do. I'll be still and let his peace wash over me completely new. Not a restless, anxious stillness, but a calm and settled trust. Be still, my heart. His love is more than just a temporary bandage. It's a healing for the soul. Be still, my heart. He's making me whole. Be still, my heart. Rest in him. Be still, my heart. Let the peace begin. Be still, my heart. Don't be afraid. Be still, my heart. The foundation is laid.
Be still, my heart. The battle is not yours to win. Be still, my anxious thoughts. Let the peace settle in. You've been running for so long. You've been fighting way too hard. The God of angel armies is your shield and your guard. So take a breath, release the tension, let your shoulders fall. The one who fights for you is greater than it all. He's not surprised by your situation, not overwhelmed by the size. Be still, my heart. Look into his eyes. Be still, my heart. He's fighting for you right now. Be still, my fears. He's about to show you how. The battle belongs to the Lord, not to your trembling hands. Be still, my heart. He's making his commands. He says peace, be still, to every storm inside your chest. Be still, my heart. You're about to get your rest. Be still, my mind. Stop rehearsing every worst case scene. Be still, my soul. Let the healing intervene. The same God who calmed the raging sea with just a single word is the same God who has already seen every battle you've endured. He's already mapped out your victory from north to south to north. So I'm silencing the chaos, I'm tuning into his voice. Be still my heart, I'm making my choice. So I'll be still and know that he is God. That's all I need to do. I'll be still and let his peace wash over me, completely new. Not a restless, anxious stillness, but a calm and settled trust. Be still my heart. His love is more than just a temporary bandage. It's a healing for the soul. Be still my heart, he's making me whole. Be still my heart, rest in him. Be still my heart, let the peace begin. Be still my heart, don't be afraid. Be still my heart, the foundation is laid.
It sounds like a contradiction. Rest while you're in a war. How can you be peaceful when the enemy's at your door? But that's the secret of the kingdom. That's the mystery of faith. That God gives you rest in the middle of a dangerous race. You don't have to wait for the battle to be over to become. His peace is available right now like a healing balm. So I'm learning to rest while the arrows fly by. Rest in the battle, I'm not asking why. Rest in the battle, he's fighting for you still. Rest in the battle, let him bend his will. You don't have to be anxious, you don't have to be afraid. Rest in the battle, the foundation has been laid. Not after it's over, but right in the middle of the fight. Rest in the battle, he's making everything right. Jesus slept in the boat while the storm was raging high. His disciples were panicking, thinking they would die. But he was completely peaceful because he knew the end. He knew that the Father's plan was just about to bend in their favor, in their direction, in their destiny's line. So he rested in the battle, and that's the same sign that I can rest too, even when I cannot see. Rest in the battle, he's fighting for me. So I'm lying down in the middle of my war tonight. I'm closing my eyes, I'm letting go of the fight. Not because I'm careless, but because I trust the one who holds the victory before the battle's even begun. So watch me rest while the enemy thinks he has a chance. Rest in the battle, I'm going to dance. Rest in the battle, close your eyes. Go! Rest in the battle, no more compromise. Rest in the battle, he's got you now. Rest in the battle, I'm making my vow. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it sounds like a contradiction. rest while you're in a war? How can you be peaceful when the enemy's at your door? But that's the secret of the kingdom. That's the mystery of faith, that God gives you rest in the middle of the dangerous race. You don't have to wait for the battle to be over to be calm. This peace is available right now like a healing balm. So I'm learning to rest while the arrows fly by. Rest in the battle. I'm not asking why. Rest in the battle. He's fighting for you still. Rest in the battle. Let him bend his will. You don't have to be anxious. You don't have to be afraid. Rest in the battle. The foundation has been laid. Not after it's over, but right in the middle of the fight. Rest in the battle. He's making everything right. Jesus slept in the boat while the storm was raging high. His disciples were panicking, thinking they would die. But he was completely peaceful because he knew the end. He knew that the Father's plan was just about to bend in their favor, in their direction, in the destiny's line. So he rested in the battle, and that's the same sign that I can rest too, even when I cannot see. Rest in the battle. He's fighting for me, so I'm lying down in the middle of my war tonight. I'm closing my eyes, I'm letting go of the fight. Not because I'm careless, but because I trust the one who holds the victory before the battle's even begun. So watch me rest while the enemy thinks he has a chance. Rest in the battle. I'm gonna dance. Before your battle even started, the victory was already won. Before the enemy planned his attack, God had already begun to map out your deliverance, to write your testimony down. The war is over, you don't have to wear a frown. Jesus said it is finished on the cross so long ago. That wasn't just for sin and shame, that was for every foe. Every battle, every struggle, every war you'll ever face. It is finished, you can rest in His embrace. It is finished, the battle's already done. It is finished, the victory's already won. You don't have to fight for something that's already in the bag. It is finished, stop carrying that flag of worry and of striving, of fear and of despair. It is finished, He's already answered every prayer. I used to think that I had to fight until I saw the change, that I had to keep on struggling, keep rearranging. every variable, every factor, every possible scenario. But then I heard the Spirit whisper, child, let go. It's not your rodeo. Jesus paid it all on Calvary, not just for eternal life, but for peace in every battle, for rest in every strife. So I'm laying down my weapons, I'm stepping off the field. It is finished, the enemy has already been sealed. So let the truth of Calvary wash over you tonight. Ooh, the battle's over, you can finally see the light. Ooh, not because you fought hard, not because you won the race, but because Jesus already took your place. So rest in the finished work, rest in the empty grave. It is finished, your soul is saved. It is finished, stop your fight. It is finished, sleep tonight. It is finished, He did it all. It is finished, stand tall, stand tall. Before your battle even started, the victory was already won. Before the enemy planned his attack, God had already begun to map out your deliverance, to write your testimony down. The war is over, you don't have to wear a frown. Jesus said,
It is finished.
on the cross so long ago.
Long ago,
There wasn't just for sin and shame.
that was for every foe.
Every battle, every struggle, every war you'll ever face,
It is finished.
you can rest in His embrace. The battle's already done,
It is finished.
the victory's already won.
You don't have to fight for something.
That's already in the bag.
It is finished.
Stop carrying that flag
It is finished.
of worry and of striving, of fear and of despair.
It is finished.
He's already answered every prayer.
I used to think that I had to fight until I saw the change, that I had to keep on struggling, keep rearranging
Every variable, every factor.
every possible scenario.
But then I heard the Spirit whisper, child, let go.
It's not your rodeo.
Jesus paid it all on Calvary,
Not just for,
eternal life,
but for peace in every battle.
for rest in every strife.
So I'm laying down my weapons.
I'm stepping off the field,
It is finished.
the enemy has already been sealed.
So let the truth of Calvary wash over you tonight.
The battle's over,
You can finally see the light.
not because you fought hard, not because you won the race, but because Jesus already took your place. So rest in the finished work.
Rest in the empty grave.
It is finished, your soul is saved.
It is finished.
stop your fight.
It is finished.
Sleep tonight.
It is finished.
He did it all.
It is finished.
Stand tall, stand tall.